Hey, what is up everybody? Thanks so much for clicking on the video. If you're here right now, you're probably here because your stimulus check from the coronavirus hasn't come in yet, and you're probably wondering about the details or what you could do or what about your situation. And I'm here to tell you a lot of details about that, give you information, and just tell you your best strategy to figuring out what to do. If this video is any help to you, make sure to subscribe and like if you want. It'd really help out the channel. With further ado, let's get into this. Thank you so much for clicking. Alright, so number one is, let's get to the bottom of this. April 13th, the government started issuing out the direct deposit checks for stimulus. And today is April 15th when I'm making this video, and people are still getting those direct deposit checks. The government has gave out details saying this is a wave of money. It's not everybody gets it at the same time. So if you haven't got it yet, don't freak out, because not everybody who is getting direct deposit has gotten their money yet. I haven't got mine yet, which I should be getting mine, but you know, it is a wave. So if you haven't gotten yours yet, don't freak out. That's number one rule, is don't panic. Alright, and so if you're wondering, also I've done a ton of research. I've read a lot on people who are talking about this, and what I want to tell you guys from all my research is there is a ton of households out there where some family members have got theirs by today, April 15th, and some family members have not. And it's completely normal. Like I said, it's a wave of money. If you're in a situation where you think you should have got it by now but haven't, 90% of the time the government just hasn't got to you yet. If you had your direct deposit during your taxes of 2018 or 2019, don't freak out. I would give it a couple days and then we could look at other things to do, which I'll get to later in this video, but just don't panic. A lot of people are in the same situation, they haven't got theirs either. Alright, and so this next part of the video, I want to tell you guys, a lot of you have probably already done this, and this is probably one of the issues that you're having, but for the people that haven't, the government created a website for people to check up on the status of their payment from the stimulus checks. And all you got to do, I'm not going to put it in the description, you just want to Google the Get My Payment Stimulus. Once you Google that, it should bring up a lot of links from news sources, but even the irs.gov link, which will bring you to the app where it'll help you. You're going to put in your personal information, and then it'll give you basically the status of your stimulus check. And if you're in a situation where you didn't have your direct deposit bank account on your taxes, this might help you out, because you will eventually get it, but it will be mailed to you, but it will take a lot longer. So if you want to get it quicker, you can go on that website, put in your information, and you can put in your bank information on the, like I said, Google Get My Payment Stimulus Check, and it'll bring up the link. It's irs.gov website, official website, and that'll be a way to get your stimulus check faster. The next part of the video is, if you already went to that website, you put in all your information, and no matter what you do, it says status unavailable, and you are 99% certain that you should be getting the check, but you haven't got it yet. There are a ton of people facing that same issue, and I just want to say, don't freak out. That's the number one rule, like I said. I've done a lot of research, seeing what a lot of people have said, and even the government came out with a thing saying, hey, our website is not broken. If it says that, you're just not eligible. But I've read a lot up on Reddit, on different forums, and there's a lot of people who should be eligible where the status unavailable is popping up. And I honestly think the website just got overflown, and as a precaution they put the status unavailable even if you're available in a lot of cases. So I could be wrong, but my hunch from my research says that the website just isn't working correctly right now. So yeah. Alright, and so this part of the video is for people who have a good feeling that they didn't put the direct deposit information on their taxes, or maybe you didn't even file taxes, and you're thinking, am I going to still get the money? Well, the answer is yes. So everybody who, even if you didn't file taxes and you're an adult, you will qualify for the stimulus check, and they will be using that, you know, whatever job you worked at, the information, I believe, to send a check through the mail to your house. And they start sending checks early May, and it's going to be like a pretty long process of them trying to get to everybody that they couldn't direct deposit the money to. So if you're not going to get the direct deposit and you haven't filed your taxes, or you just are expecting that check in the mail and you don't care, they say they're going to start sending out the checks early May. So that's for you guys. Alright, and so this will be the last part of the video, guys. Thanks so much for staying to this part. I don't want to waste your time, but when it comes to not having your stimulus check information, if you're not sure, you're kind of scared, like, hey, I don't know if I'm gonna get my check, the website isn't working, I'm not sure if I put my bank information on my taxes, maybe I didn't file taxes, and you're just in a spot right now where I don't know if I'm gonna get my stimulus check and I could really use it. The number one thing that I've found out is there's not a lot we can do. And don't click off the video, because what I'm gonna say is the IRS is the one giving out all this money, and they do have a phone number, which I'm sure is just like unemployment is gonna be loaded up right now, but you can Google that phone number for the IRS, and that would be your best bet as to figure out what's going on with your money. Google that phone number, and I'm not sure, I haven't called it myself, but I'm sure it's busy. But that would be the best thing you can do, because they don't really have any online emails or anything like that. Not that I know of, I could be wrong, but I do know there is a phone number for the IRS, and if you owe them money, they'll find you. But I'm sure when they owe us money, they're not going to be as eager to answer, which I don't like, but you know how it goes. So Google that number, and that will be your best bet right now. Thanks so much for watching. Like and subscribe. I'm trying to be a YouTuber, and I'd really appreciate it. And just thank you so much for clicking the video. Have a nice day.